Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show. I'll be breaking down the stock market. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, and there will be plenty of trade ideas, you want to support the channel and get daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of long term and short term setups, definitely check out my link down in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into the market because we got a lot to cover. All right, so welcome back once again, guys, and we got a lot to cover. And you can see the CPI came out, which is cooked up numbers, at least from my point of view, and it was in line. So the market pressed higher, and then market gave back pretty much everything and went red. Now, if you look at my screen, we have some big data also tomorrow, PPI, but then again we have at least a decision from Supreme Court tomorrow on Trump's tariff. And not to mention, we got a bunch of other news. Look at this right here, fear and greed index. We're back on greed. And this market is greedy. You're seeing that every day. Any small dip, one, two, three, $4, immediately getting smashed. And I mean smashed like just eating up those dips immediately, guys. Now you can see Fed Chair Powell got subpoenas and DOJ going after pretty much Fed Chair Powell, and that is coming out of from Trump. And I think even if you think that Fed Chair Powell is not a good Fed Chair, they should be independent, right? Now this is something that actually never happened before. And even with that, market shrugging all that off and going to an all-time high. This is not good. And Trump cannot just get rid of Powell. He can still stay in there even after his term. And now that we have this, probe into Fed Chair Powell, until that is resolved, he's not going anywhere. So if it's not cutting rates, who knows? Maybe he will come out and do the opposite. Especially when Trump actually wants rates lower. Here's the thing why he wants rates lower. And I know that would benefit possibly us people who are into market or even paying higher interest, but it's going to benefit even more for the president. And why? All these insider trades that his kids, his buddies, everybody that is around him, they're doing, making money. This is last term, and that's how they make money. Not only that, if the rates are down to zero, guys, the dollar goes down. Value of the dollar goes down. And that's why you're seeing massive, massive pump into these precious metals like silver, gold, platinum, all that, right? So if a dollar is destroyed, do you think our economy will survive? Just do the math. And why he wants that, not because that you can buy a home at a cheaper rate, because they can borrow money, cheap money, cheap money they can get. That's the whole point of pressuring Powell to lower the rates. And we all know, and that's why I want you guys to go in the comment section and comment when you actually go out to go get groceries. Do you actually pay less? Do you actually pay less at the pump just because we got we're going to get oil from Venezuela? Are you seeing an effect? No. And I have said that before, that you're not going to see an effect at the pump anytime soon. And look at the oil jumping today. Look at right here. And not to mention, now we're going after Iran. Oil, look at this, 2.61%. When you see these types of move, I mean, it's not just, something that you can ignore. If everything is good, why is oil going up? If we're getting cheaper oil, why is oil going up? Are we getting oil from Iran? Now, a couple days ago, we got Maduro, right? Do you think that whole entire mission was funded by President Trump? Absolutely not. It actually came out from your pocket, my pocket, our pocket, right? Taxpayers' money. If we go into Iran and just drop a bunch of bombs, you think it's coming out just out of nowhere? It's free? No. So economy is suffering. We got a battle between Fed chair and the president, and there is no cure for it right now. Tariffs. That's another one. We got Venezuela. We got Greenland. And now we are talking about blasting Iran. So, I mean, things are just really to the point where something has to give. Something is going to blow up. And what that is, nobody knows. But something is going to blow up. I mean, this is just too much pressure for the market. But despite all that, what happened? You can see the market went up today. Dow gave back 0.80%. Nasdaq down slightly flat day, barely down. S&P barely down. Russell barely hitting all-time high also today. Advancing 43, declining 53.6. 11 sectors. Energy led the way on top. Consumer defensive, basic materials again, industrials, utilities, real estate, communication services, and then we have technology, healthcare, consumer cyclical, and financial took a massive beating today. Stock market map, what do we have here? You can see Walmart, then you got Kale, Pepsi, those things are up. We got energy sector lighting up in the green. Google up over 1%, Meta down nearly 2%, Amazon down 1.57%, Tesla flat, Apple flat, Microsoft, another one, big name. We've been talking about it in my channel, down 1.36%. Look at JPM, down big, MA, and then Visa. These big names are down today. AMD was up over 6%, Intel up over 7%, but then guess what? Who took the back seat today? Well, you can see AMU, we got Oracle was down. Some of these names like CRM was down 7%. So market is pretty much all over the place, but at the end of the day, somehow market finds its way to go and put another brand new all-time high. And now I think we should look at S&P 500 and see where things are going. All right, so on SPY ETF, pretty much flat day. And you can see it came down to where? 691.35. And look at this, guys. 692.42 is this blue line on your screen, which is the 5-day moving average on this daily time frame. And we went slightly under, we went back up, and look at what's SPY doing actually just below 694. And again, we went higher today up to 696 and then gave back. Now, this is not a pullback, but you can see the buyers are tired of buying, especially people that are trying to participate in this rally at all time highs are not having a good time because I've been talking about it. Just when nobody is expecting, things are going to happen. This market would not just go and continue this rally, especially with what's happening around the market. Like I was saying at the beginning of my video, like all these geopolitical news, war breaking out. You know, then we got a probe into Fed Chair Powell getting investigated by DOJ. I mean, lots of things. Now, I know people on chat will come out and say, well, it's still bullish. Here's the thing with me, guys, and people that actually follow me. If the market comes back, you can go back and look at all my videos. When there is enough pullback, usually I'm the biggest bull in the market. When market goes higher at all-time high, I know all the people, mostly people are bullish. And yes, all time highs, my 401k is doing great, and things are just gonna push even higher. No, I'm not bullish at all time high. You can see all my videos. Does that mean I'm just gonna go and short everything? No, but I'm not gonna participate in that rally. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to short with, especially my strategy where I can make money. And you can see the market not really going anywhere. So if you're actually buying short-term, positions here for more upside, how much you're getting paid? Nothing. But one red candle like this one or even this one can wipe off a lot of these gains. And not only that, people are going to get caught off guard. That's been the message from my channel, that don't buy at all-time high and hold this bag for new all-time high. This is really, really risky. Now, things might not just pull back immediately, guys. I don't control the market. Nobody controls the market. Maybe Trump has some, abilities to possibly bring things down or make things go up. Same thing goes for Jay Powell. But market has its own thing where market will come down and correct itself. You just have to follow the price action and the chart. And the chart is definitely not something that is saying, hey, you should go and invest into the market right now, because good investors like Warren Buffett, they don't invest here. They want to wait for a nice dip. And I know the man is gone, he's retired, but good investors, they do not go and invest at a brand new all-time high. Now, if the pullbacks are not happening, does that mean you should get, frustrated and just buy something, right? No. Trust me, market will present you nice opportunity. Whether you're shorting or you're looking for buy the dip, you have to have patience. And if you have patience, you're going to make money. It's just a matter of time. Right now, this market is all about patience. Now, people that talk about flow, let me give you guys what's happening. So currently, there is no big range, especially with whales. We have an upper target, which is 696, we hit today and yesterday. We have a lower target at 685. So we're just ping ponging. We have about about $11 range. That's all we got. So people that are posting other garbage out there, uh, you know, uh, that 700 and all that, yes, it can go to 700, but these are most accurate flows that I have, these well targets. And until we have we get to see tomorrow morning, which can change overnight into futures market. And I'll give you guys an update tomorrow if there is a 700, target. So far, we don't have a 700 target. We have the highest was 696. You can see back to back 2 days, we pull back from 696 all the way down to 691. So these are the targets and these are the real flows. And I have tried every other garbage things that are out there, and it actually just don't work. And you can see the same thing was yesterday. These well targets, 696 upper target and lower target 685. Does that mean we can come down to 685? We can, absolutely. But what I'm giving you guys is that's the range of SPY right now. We don't have a lot on our plate. And that's what the market is doing. So going into tomorrow's session with Supreme Court and then PPI, and who knows what other kind of news can come out. Watch out if this thing actually cannot get over 694 and breaks below 692.42, we could be pulling back into that 691 once again. This previous rejection can act as a support, and the next big critical support which should be down here at 689.59. If that gives up, definitely the next stop 685 on SPY ETF. If we can get over 694 and then get over 696, then yes, 700 is possible. And who knows, there might be a new well target that shows up overnight, which I can update you guys tomorrow if that happens. On Dow Jones is down nearly 1%, and you can see we got up to these highs, and this is the trend line right here from this rising wedge pattern. And you can see time and time, even today, guys, almost 496, and then we backed off all the way down to 490. Now, if you look at my screen, today we actually did close below 493, the 5-day moving average, and it's the negative slope right now. So unless the price goes over 493, I don't see it's going back up to 496 or even higher to possibly 500. If this thing pulls back and does not hold that 489.66, we could see significant selling all the way down to 486.62, and then this gap right down here at 484 here on Dow. On IWM, another flat day. And you can see last 2 days back to back, we retested 258 and the support held. And today, another brand new all time high, not by much. This thing is slow. So don't think it's going to go up like triple Q. This thing is really slow. 263.89, a brand new all-time high, and then we backed off, came back down to 260, and now trading at 261. So you can see the 5-day moving average actually down here at 259.37. It will move up even more. So 260 is going to be a critical level to hold come tomorrow. Underneath that, watch out for 258. And if that's out this week, we close below 258. That's really bad news for Russell here. You're going to see significant selling, possibly down to these highs, 255. That's the weekly expected move to the downside, and possibly even 252, and then this gap at 249. On triple Q, it's down 0.15%. So a lot of drama here on triple Q. And you can see we got really, I was actually just waiting to play this zero DT on Qs if this thing was hitting 630 and closing the gap. Of course, it was put to the downside, but it did not close. And I wish I was playing it. It was really close, 629.47. And then backed off all the way down to 623, and now trading around 626, 625. So you can see back to back 3 4 days we are getting rejection around that 627, 628. We got higher today, but then again backed off. So watch out if this thing breaks below 625, this 5-day moving average. Critical support down here at 623. Underneath that, you'll see a flush down to 617 here on triple Q. If this thing can get over 627, we might see that push towards that gap right here at 630. VIX finally up 5.69%. Yesterday, it was actually up, but then we closed pretty much near the lows and the market rallied again, hitting an all-time high. Today, we stayed up and pretty much close to 16 bucks. So, are we going to see some sort of a follow through on VIX at least another day? Watch out if this thing actually stays over 16 come tomorrow. Right now, it's not. Then we could see a push, especially towards 1732, maybe even 18 bucks, and that's going to bring the market down at least in the short term, a little bit more. Now, if this thing gets crushed down again with maybe the Supreme Court throwing out Trump's tariff or the PPI, some news comes out randomly, then watch out if this thing actually comes down and takes out 15 bucks. In that case, you will get to see S&P going up to 700, and people that are posting those 700 call buyers will definitely get paid at that point. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Inflation and the gas prices, oil and energy, everything coming down. What do you think? Are you seeing a real effect in the economy when going out to get groceries and all that, or it's totally different? I would love to hear from you guys.